And welcome back to Home Track Heroes for the final segment. Kyler Hope, Caleb Hart up here in the booth with you guys as we see the A main event for the Legends rolling out, but we're going to flash back to the B main event, and not for a good reason, Caleb.
Oh no, we had already flipped 4 cars coming into this B feature, and well folks, you're about to see number 5.
And that was Gary Longley, the white car, who never really got control of his car. And that is Samantha Schwartz, the 14-year-old, going up and over multiple times in turn number 3.
We got some great angles of this shot, and you can see it one more from the main with the velocity that contact happened with, and up and over for Samantha. Another look at it coming up here in just a second off the back straightaway cam. Boom, there's the contact, and there's the flip.
And just massive roll, and you see her just avoiding that barrel, and you wonder what that barrel's doing there. Well, it's got a camera on it. Let's go to that one, as you see Longley just can never really get control of that 9 car and just make contact in the wrong place with Schwartz and right past into your living room. And fortunate for Schwartz, it's not the last we're going to see of her. No. Ricky Arnold in the 11R has offered up his seat after tonight, so we'll see him in this main event, but after tonight, we'll see Samantha Schwartz in that 11R car, so thankfully it's not the last we'll see of her.
Very cool deal, Ricky. Way to step up to the plate, and glad we'll see Samantha in racing action a little bit more. Let's take a look at your A-main lineup here for the final race of the evening.
Starting on the front row in the Absolute Auto Care of Gig Harbor, number 76, it is Corey Boyle, and it is outside the 25 of Bryant Carlson, sponsored by Max Power Law.
Row number 2 is the 43 of Dylan Wolf. On the inside next to him in the dirt cheap sewer, number 37, it's Mason Nelson.
And Marissa Sawin in the Mr. Dizzy Sports, number 35, starts 5th, and to her outside, the young 14-year-old Kyle Lang in the 33.
Row number 4, the aforementioned Ricky Arnold. He's in the white 11R. Next to him, it's the green 11C of Chad Sinner.
Next row, rounding out the top 10, that is the 30 of Mike Holden, and his outside, the 2 of Mike Roberts.
Row number 6 is the 11M of Rick McNeil. Next to him in the 12th spot, Greg Scott, the Mazda of Everett, number 08.
Next row is made up of the 27 of Travis Blibben, his outside, the Ford of Kirkland, number 55, Austin Coonan.
Starting 15th, the 81 of Jeff Mueller. Next to him, the 10X of John Boyat.
And the other 10 car, that's Chris Thompson, the LB Motorsports machine, and his outside, the 11R of Ricky Arnold, number 2, question mark?
And then we've got Gary Longley, also making the field, the Budweiser, number 2 car, as we are underway.
As way wide early on, that's the 08 or 88, couldn't tell which one of the blue car. He got really loose. There was something going wrong with Marissa Sawin in the 35. She's dropping quickly.
Got cars all over the place in the back of the field. Lap number 1, Brian Carlson's got the early lead, but lots to sort out here. It's Carlson up front, Boyle, and then Nelson with them going 3 wide in behind them, trying to figure out their way up and through the field here. And Chad Sinner's the guy kind of on the move early here. Sinner in the green 11, hugging the bottom of the racetrack and really coming forward nice early.
Yeah, the 33 at Kyle Lang was also one of your fast qualifiers on the night as they continued. They both were pretty far back in the invert. Mike Holden in the 30, we know what he can do. He's a very fast driver. First time on the Legend car, he podiumed as he's working hard. That's the 55 of Austin Coonan working his way forward. But yeah, like you said, Chad Sinner, he's going high, he's going low, and he's moving forward quickly.
He's working on Nelson up there for the 3rd position. To the inside, he'll look on Nelson, and we've got a car skitter into a stop in turn number 2.
That is the 55 of Austin Coonan, who I just mentioned, as he gets spun out, couldn't get fired back up, and then there he goes as the yellow lights come on. As we're going to take a couple looks at it. Just to the inside of him, one of the blue cars, not sure if that was Scott or who it was, but that got on the wrong spot on the tire and spun him around. Thankfully, all the drivers were heads up driving, and no one got on the side of him after that, and hopefully all drivers will be able to continue.
Yep, there's a second look at it. Good evasive driving for everybody else as they come up on him. Spun out to the side. A look from Coonan's car, and yep, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, just nowhere for him to go. Nothing for him to do there is when you get spun like that. Just nothing quite there for you.
Well, this segment brought to you by Premier Polaris. Premier Polaris, the largest stocking Polaris dealer in Washington State, and Washington's first Polaris Gold Elite Master Service dealer. Today, there's only a handful of Polaris certified gold service technicians in the state. We've got 3 of them. Premier Polaris specializes in off-road riding and racing, and family-owned with a low-pressure, friendly sales approach.
Definitely got to go check them out. They've been a huge support of Evergreen Speedway as we get back going in the Evergreen Legends main event. Chad Sinner going to take him 3 wide into the corner. Just going to go way up there, wasting no time as Chad Sinner he's fresh off a win from the last time the Legends were out, and he's hungry for another one. He's got second, almost cleared. He's going to clear the 37 going in the corner. He's got to hunt down the one final car in front of him. That is the 25 of Bryant Carlson.
Wow, bold move, Cotton. Let's see how that plays one out as he all the way up into the second position already. right up in the back of Carlson. Sinner is looking for payday here.
And he is coming in a hurry. That 11C car is hooked up. He still got that pink bumper on it from the incident a few months ago, but it's been lucky for him because ever since this incident, he's been moving forward and got a win last time out. And he wants another one all over the back bumper of Bryant Carlson. And Mike Holden in that white car, he got really loose on entry. He's in fourth spot. Mason Nelson in third in that red 37.
Nice save there by the 30 as he gathers her back together, starts making some better laps as it's Sinner all over Carlson. That race out front, throw a blanket on those two.
Yeah, 24 laps to go, but Chad Sinner wasting no time. He goes to the inside of Carlson, going to have him clear down the back straightaway. That might have just been Bryant Carlson, like, hey, okay, Mr. Past Champion, I'll let you come on by. I'm going to follow you and see what I can learn and give it back to you in maybe 20 laps and race for the lead, but he's got to stay close to him. Chad Sinner checks out.
Well, it's hard to learn it's hard to learn from the guy when he puts on 5 car lengths on you just like that. And in fact, Carlson losing ground to him and being gained on by 3rd and 4th, and both Nelson and Holden, who's starting to put those laps back together after getting real shaky loose. In fact, up to 3rd now. Yeah,
the 43 of Dylan Wolf, he started on the inside of row number 2, and he dropped back early on, but he's been able to work his way back for us as he battles the outside of Kyle Lang. And we've seen the 33 be really fast here. He got a podium early on in the year, trying to get that repeat performance. And there is the 11M of Rick McNeil in that all white with the black top. He's working his way forward. He started pretty far back, just outside the top 10, and he's working his way forward.
I love how simple but good looking the McNeil paint scheme is. Easy to see. You can identify him all over the racetrack, and the car's looking good right now. As you can see him gaining on that front pack, he's doing a very nice job holding the bottom of the racetrack. So he's got a well-balanced, drivable car here as we are about a third of the way into the race. A lot of time left for McNeil to even make more positions up.
Yeah, Dylan Wolf battling hard with Chris Thompson right there. That's the white with the red circle number 10 car. He goes into the inside of it for a moment and backed out smartly, avoided contact with Dylan Wolf. We stay green for now as they continue to battle with 19 laps to go. Back up with your race leader, Chad Sinner. He's put on a hefty lead over Bryant Carlson, and Mike Holden's worked his way into 3rd in that 30 car.
And Holden is closing on Carlson, looking to advance another position here. And Holden really's got enough speed that if he can make it by Carlson, Sinner is not safe by any means here. So he knows he's got to get up into 2nd quickly so he can try to run him down.
And Kyle Lang moved up into 5th. He's looking for 4th now as he goes to the inside of Nelson as they battle pretty hard. They got McNeil right behind them in that 11 car like you just talked about. Great looking ride. And then the 81, Jeff Mueller. It's the first time we've seen that 81 car out this year. So he's having a pretty good run just outside the top 5, trying to work his way in there.
Everybody hugging the bottom going into the first corner and spreading out a little bit, although you've got a freight train. It's McNeil running right up on the back of Nelson, has a look to the inside. Now Nelson has been getting shuffled back, and his problem has been the inability to hold the car down in turn number 4. And it's going to cost him once again, as there goes McNeil up another spot.
Yeah, it was really cool for Nelson as they got to interview him over the PA system as they were rolling out for the race. They had a radio up there in the tower and were able to talk to the driver right away. So if you want some cool experiences like that, come on out to the racetrack, come out to Evergreen Speedway for yourself and get a real taste, get a real smell of all the action. It is a fun time out here.
Well, and especially here during the fair races where you can walk around, get yourself a giant corn dog, sit, mustard, ketchup, however you want to dunk the thing. I'm not judging, and enjoy this great racing action as once again the legends putting on a show here. We're over halfway home. Chad Sinner continues to lead, and we're watching action a little bit further back in the pack right now, around 6th, 7th, and 8th.
And one notable absence from the race tonight is the 32 of Ernie Estron. He is partnered with the Mike Holden camp, who we see running 3rd, but Ernie went for a ride in first practice over the first turn banking. He wheel hopped John Zaretsky in the 98 and tumbled 3, 4, almost 5 times off the bank. Thankfully, he was able to get out of the car okay, and they were trying to thrash it together to get it back out for qualifying and just couldn't quite fix it enough. So tough break for Ernie Estron, but hopefully they'll get that 32 car back out here again this year.
There was a 6th flip on the day. We just didn't show it on the TV program.
There was a 6th flip on the day, so it was a very action-packed weekend at Evergreen Speedway. And we got more events this year that you can come on out to. Still a few more championship nights you can come on out and watch. You will not want to miss it as we continue to watch Chad Sinner lead over Bryant Carlson. And Mike Holden has a rear-view mirror of the young Kyle Lang, the number 33. So Kyle Lang not going away anywhere as we see Austin Coonan trying to rebound from that incident he had as he's got a couple cars right behind him.
Coonan really having to scramble to come back up the field, although it makes the nice smooth pass in through the corner. And starts to stretch himself out.
And Coonan showing how fast of a car he really has. The results this year have not shown for him, as he's been caught up in a lot of incidents that weren't really his fault too. That's the bad part about it for the 55A. He's had a fast car, but he's been tapped from behind, I think, a few too many times for 1 year for one driver.
You wonder if Chad Sinner's getting lonely out at the front of the field. I mean, he hasn't seen a second place car in forever, and he really hasn't worked his way into lap traffic either. This field has stayed fast enough to where he hasn't come up on the back of it and had to really navigate any cars back there. Plus, we've lost a couple in and through some accidents. So Sinner just literally having a stroll unto himself out there, and you got to keep your mind active and ready. I mean, these legend cars are not easy to drive. We talk about that every time they come on the track, but little short wheelbase, lightweight cars, very twitchy, so you can't fall asleep at the wheel. You got to stay up and on it every single lap, every single corner.
And then we see some more battling inside the top 10. That's a 37 of Nelson. We saw him, he was inside the top 5 early on and just didn't quite have the right setup in the car as he dropped pretty quickly. And like you said, Chad Sinner all alone up front with just 7 laps to go. And here's the good battle for third. Kyle Lang has caught Mike Holden, and Mike Holden so many laps around this racetrack in a late model. He's got the young 14-year-old Kyle Lang to the inside, showing him how to get it done in a legend.
Yeah, nice move, Kyle Lang. He's got him strung up on the outside groove, going in through 1 and 2. Holden doing everything he can to battle back, but it's going to be Lang nosing ahead and opening it up down the back straightaway. And still with some room to advance even further is right up in front of him, second place Brian Carlson. So Lang, his charge may not be done.
Exactly 5 laps to go, and Kyle Lang has moved his way up. He ran down Mike Holden, and now he's trying to run down Bryant Carlson. His problems for Marissa Sawin in the 35. Something looking pretty funky in the chassis right there, as she was kind of weeble-wobbling away through turns 3 and 4, and that could have been what we've seen her drop so early on in the race. Something going wrong in that car.
It could very well be. Her father, Shane, very good on the mechanics of that particular car, so they'll pull her back into the garage, get her straightened out, fixed up, and hopefully we'll see him next time. But rough end of the evening for Marissa.
Yeah, and tough break for Chad Sinner. He had a huge lead, and now that's all erased here as we start to close down the night of the fair. And 5-lap shootout, what better way to close it out?
That's right. Well, Chad Sinner, we were talking about him just being by himself the whole time, and now Brian Carlson's going to start right on his outside as we're coming through 3 and 4 to finish off this race.
Chad Sinner, Bryant Carlson, Kyle Lang, Mike Holden, and Rick McNeil, your top 5. Green flag back out in the air, and they like what they see. Great start from Bryant Carlson on the outside, just not able to pinch it down enough. Kyle Lang's going to be there as they go down the back straightaway.
Lang looking for second as they gunner down the back chute. Nice job by the 25 of Carlson to really get into the corner sooner, but he couldn't get all the way down to take the line away from Lang. Lang's going to be there, threatening him still for second as they go into 1 and 2.
4 laps remain for Chad Sinner, and he likes what he sees in his rearview mirror. Kyle Lang and Bryant Carlson battling side by side. Mike Holden there in 3rd or 4th with nowhere to go as they come around turns 3 and 4 with just 3 laps remaining this time by. Kyle Lang has him cleared for second. Let's see what the young man can do with just 3 laps to go.
All right, so Lang has moved up into the runner-up position. He's a car length back from Sinner. Sinner knows that he's there, and Lang with a chance to show out here on Fair Weekend. 1 car length back of Sinner, coming to 2 to go. Does he have anything left?
We talked about the youth Hornets and how awesome it is for them to race during the fair and how exciting it is for them. Well, how about that young 14-year-old Kyle Lang? He might be able to pick up his first legend win here on Fair Weekend as he tries to hunt down the past champion Chad Sinner in the 11C. As they come around turns 3 and 4, they'll see the white flag.
Sinner, weird to say that he's got the veteran guile and experience in this one, but he really does. The former track champion trying to hold off Kyle Lang, makes a really nice 1 and 2, and down the back straightaway, that might have been the corner he needed to seal it, down into the final turns for the final time.
Chad Sinner with a great run off of turn 2 into turn 3 and out of turn 4. Chad Sinner will pick up 2 straight wins here in the Evergreen Legends. Kyle Lang second, Bryant Carlson third. As what a great way to end it. As red flag is out in the air. Something happening after the checkered flag. That is Dylan Wolf in the 43. Looks like he made some pretty good contact with the outside wall. We'll take a look at it real quick. and just gets spun off the bumper, and that's a tough place to hit, and that's really not how you want to end your race weekend.
No, certainly not. So tough break for him, but good race for the Legends. Congratulations, Chad Sinner, back in victory lane for the second straight race in the Evergreen Legends division.
Yeah, 2 wins for Chad in a row. That's really what he needed. He has had a lot of podiums throughout the year, a couple wins, but he's been trying to scratch up there and get those consistent wins, and he finally got his. What a crazy show. 5 rollovers. I mean, that's a first for Home Track Heroes.
You know, when you said you were going to put monster trucks and buses on the program and bumped past cars, you expect a little bit of chaos, but the other stock car divisions end up wadding up and flipping. What a night it was here in Home Track Heroes, and we've got even more fun coming up for you in the coming weeks.
Exactly. Next week, right here on Home Track Heroes, we got sprint cars, we got midgets, we got demolition derby, and a ton of other stuff all mixed in with it. Next event you guys can come and see here at Evergreen Speedway will be DriftCon After Dark, and then check the schedule for championship nights 1 and 2, as we just got so much great action here to come.
It should be fun. Looking forward to it, Kyler.
Thank you so much for watching Home Track Heroes here on CW11. My name's Kyler Hope. That was Caleb Hart, and we will see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Evergreen Speedway's Home Track Heroes on CW11. Join us next week for more great racing from Evergreen Speedway.